Hey singles, it's Erin, the dating advice girl, here on 99.3 KCLA FM. Obviously, you know, Valentine's Day is 2 days away. So if you haven't planned something already, you better get on it because you got 2 days. I've got my fantastic guest in the studio, and maybe you can add some of the biological perspective in there.
You have other friends who, you know, are not in a relationship, then, you know, you guys get together and go out and have a good time. And, you know, you can find dates, too, because not every guy has a date either.
Exactly,
you know?
exactly.
It's not, you know, think, well, because it's Valentine's that, you know, guys have dates. No, they don't have it either.
No,
you go out, they're lonely, they're looking for somebody, too.
Singles, that's the worst thing you can do is just sit at home and wallow in self-pity. Get out there and do something. Seriously. Like, you know, almost all of us have some single friends. Hang out with your single friends and make it happen, right? Keep Valentine's Day fun, because that's it really should be fun.
Right now, you really want to spend time getting to know one another, you know, in order to enjoy the intimacy once you guys make that decision that you really want to be together, that you really want to see each other again. That's right. The same thing that happens, you know, the female is almost the exact same thing. When female animals are in heat, it's the same as when we say with women, you're ovulating. Yeah. It's the exact same thing. Right. You know, when you see a German Shepherd female that's in heat, you see other German Shepherds right there. Right, because you see all the German Shepherds running right after her. Right. And that's the same thing what we talked about before is, you know, when a woman is ovulating, well, us men, we can also smell a woman when she's ovulating. Now, it's not a gross smell. It's something that we're not really conscious of. Pheromones, that we can do the pheromones. Right. You know, and that draws us closer to her when she's ovulating for the same exact reason, procreation. Right.
Dear dating advice girl, I've only been dating someone for a few weeks and Valentine's Day is almost here. I want to do something for my girl, but I don't want to go crazy. Meaning he doesn't want to go crazy buying a whole bunch of stuff. What would you suggest I do for her since we've only been dating for a few weeks? Make an effort, but don't spend a whole lot of money because he's in the early weeks, and I think sometimes we get overwhelmed because we're like, I don't want to do this, but I don't want to do this, so I just won't do anything. Don't avoid Valentine's Day. That's probably the worst thing you can do, guys, especially the guys out there.
Too, you don't want to go out with someone who's spending a lot of money on you because now you feel obligated to get physical and get intimate, you know. So if somebody is like, yeah, I want to do this and I want to do that, you know, you stop them, you know. I mean, you don't have to like say it, but just say, you know, that would be really nice, but I don't think, you know, I would want to do that right now. Let's save that for later. Yes. You know, because you know that he's about to spend $500 or something. Because sometimes us males, we take you out and we spend all that money and we're expecting something in return.
Guys, I hope you're listening out there. And I hate to pick on the guys, but seriously though, in my mind, guys need to make more of the effort. And that's just how it is. I know that it's 2012 and women's lib and all this stuff, but I think guys should be making more of the effort early on.
You know, if there is a position where, okay, the guy, you know, he's gotten fired, no money, you know, again, what Erin and I keep saying, it really doesn't take a lot of money, so don't worry about that. Because we do understand with the economy that, you know, things have happened. People have lost their jobs and everything, you know. So, you know, it's okay. You know, it's still a lot of things to do out there.
If you want to keep seeing the person you're seeing, you gotta make some effort. Keep it hot. Keep it spicy, you guys. This is the Dear Dating Advice Girl segment. Yeah, most of these have to do with dating in the early months, and oh no, Valentine's Day's here, what the heck do I do? Okay, so let's jump in. So, here we go. Dear Dating Advice Girl, this guy I've been seeing for a couple months has suggested that we go away on a weekend trip for Valentine's Day. A weekend trip. Okay, I really want to go, but I don't know if it's a good idea since we've only been dating for a few months. Is it too soon to go away with him, and what should I expect? If you go on a weekend trip with your guy, love interest, whatever, and you aren't already established as a couple, which doesn't sound like they're exclusive yet, just you're acknowledging that you're willing to be intimate with him. Yes. And so just know that, you know, single girl, because the thing is that, you know, I mean, that does not mean anyone has a right to make an aggressive move towards you or sexual move or whatever, but when you're going to stay overnight with somebody, it's kind of like, it's implied that you're okay with that. Someone will say, oh, well, I'll sleep on the floor or whatever, couch or whatever. Yeah, okay, you might start there.
But no, Aaron, you were right on the point, man. That's definitely true.
Yeah.
You know, if you haven't been intimate yet, then you don't want to put yourself in that situation.
Right,
and
exactly.
you don't want to put yourself in that situation because you don't want sex to determine whether you're in a relationship.
Oh,
because
that's
what
good.
happens is that when you have sex, you know, you've probably heard it before. People are talking about it a lot now, but I've been talking about it for years, about oxytocin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you actually are intimate with somebody, you release oxytocin, and that's the bonding chemical. And sometimes we get confused and we actually think that we really like this person based on their sex. So we determine based on that good sexual event that we had that night, then I really, really like him, but it's the chemicals that's making you feel like that.
Right.
It's that oxytocin that's making you feel like that. So you really have to be careful. You want to base the relationship based on your analogy, based on your list, or based on what you're looking for, based on understanding your non-negotiable requirements, your needs, and your wants.
I love it. Because you guys know, I focus on the first 6 months of relationships or early on things. These are the few things, and Ryeal hit a couple of these as well, but these are the things I think are really important for early relationships or if you're just starting to date somebody. So keep it fun, right? We were just saying that.
Absolutely.
Keep it fun, nothing too heavy or serious. You know, there's no need to be like, become this big Don Juan, like I am the king of romance for you guys out there. Or for the girls, like don't go overboard with the guy, you know? It's keep it fun and do some fun things. Number 2, don't put too much pressure or high expectations on each other.
Yes.
Because sometimes when you are, especially if you are in an early relationship, Valentine's Day comes and then you're like, oh my gosh, like this is gonna be like the measure of our love for each other this one day. And it's like, no, you guys, right? It's like, it shouldn't be that way. It should be a fun thing. And hopefully, you know, if it goes well, maybe that will progress to a relationship.
Yes.
But early on, don't put your partner through that. Like, you know, that's not, you're spending the day together, great. Have fun with it. Number 3, choose a place that isn't overly romantic and not just couples even. Just go to a normal place. Number 4, this is my last tip for you guys to enjoy Valentine's Day, is spend the day with someone you'll have fun with, including friends, lovers, etc. It doesn't have to be, like, okay, for example, maybe you're dating somebody who's a new person who you're dating, but you don't necessarily want to spend the big Valentine's Day with them. Spend it with friends, you know?
Absolutely.
Spend it with somebody that you know you're going to have fun with, because so many times, like, you're not going to have fun if you have all these expectations put on the day and you're with someone just because you feel like society says you have to be with this person. No. Hang out with friends. Just take it easy. Like, keep within your budget and make an effort, make a creative effort for Valentine's Day. That's all we're saying.
Erin knows her stuff. She is totally good. You want to get dating advice? You definitely want to get in touch with Erin.
Oh,
you
that's
definitely
so
want to
sweet.
call Erin.
Aw,
and you want to go to her website. And what's your website, Erin?
Yay! It's thedatingadvicegirl.com. Oh, Ryeal, tell us where we can find you.
therelationshipcoach.net. You can find me on Facebook, Ryeal Sims, Ryeal Sims, Sims, and it'll say Ryeal Relationship Coach Sims. And if you add me on Facebook, please let them know that you heard the show on the Dating Advice Girl, and I can add you a lot sooner.
Thank you so much for listening to the show. Ryeal, yay. Thank you so much for being here. Seriously, I just, you know, you're amazing. I'm just so glad you're here.